We begin in the U.S., where days after the U.S. midterm elections, control of Congress is still up in the air. Democrat Mark Kelly won re-election in a key Senate race in Arizona. He defeated the Trump-backed venture capitalist Blake Masters, who has yet to concede. Democrats and Republicans now have 49 seats each in the upper house of Congress. Control will come down to the results in Nevada or Georgia, which is going to a runoff in December. And for more on that, let's bring in DW correspondent Sumi Somaskanda, who joins us from Washington, D.C. So, Sumi, how important is this win for the Democrats and U.S. President Joe Biden?
It's pretty important, Aaron. I mean, it puts Democrats, as you said, one seat away from extending that majority that they have in the Senate for another 2 years. And Arizona, as a state, really has been key to Democrats' Senate majority. I mean, if you remember in 2020, President Biden just narrowly won the state. It was key to his victory. It is a hotly contested state. There were big campaigns we saw on both sides of the aisle to really energize voters. For example, Latino voters, who were a big part of the electorate there. It wasn't unexpected, so the Democrat Mark Kelly was favored heading into this election, and he had opened up a decent lead over his opponent. But what it means now going forward is that there's going to be all the more scrutiny on what comes out of Nevada. That is the other swing state where vote counting is still taking place, and the Democrat there is behind at the moment by around 1,000 votes. And, of course, Aaron, Georgia as well, where we're going to see a runoff between the Republican and Democrat candidates for Senate on December 6th. So a lot still hanging in the balance.
All right, so Mark Kelly defeated a candidate backed by former President Donald Trump, and we saw actually many Trump-backed candidates doing poorly in this year's polling. Does that mean that the Trump brand may be running out of steam?
Well, I think, we have to talk about the former president and what he's been facing this past week. I mean, it hasn't been the best week for him. Many of his endorsed candidates, as you said, like Blake Masters in Arizona, Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania, they lost. And we're actually seeing right-wing media questioning the former president's hold over the party. So Fox News here has been bringing on guests who are openly calling for the former president to move on. He is not happy about any of this. He's expected to announce next week that he's running again for president. And he's been lashing out on his social media platform, Truth Social. But, the former president has been counted out before, so I think it really is too soon to say. And just a quick note, Aaron, also, he has actually started a brand of conservative populism that has become this hard right movement that is still very influential in the Republican Party. He's energized a part of the electorate that previously didn't really vote for the Republican Party with the fervor that it does now. So he's unleashed something among a core group of supporters and people running for office that certainly isn't going away.
Oh, you're definitely right. It doesn't seem that they're going to be going away anytime soon. But what do these midterm results mean for the upcoming presidential race in 2024?
Well, we're starting to see some of those chips fall. So, as I said, we're likely going to find out very soon if the former president, Donald Trump, is going to run. I believe he will, that he will make that announcement Tuesday of next week. And Joe Biden, the current president, he feels validated, vindicated by these election results. So that means that he is more likely to run. He says he intends to, but is going to consult his family and the party, and he's going to make a decision by early next year. So I think the two parties, Aaron, are going to be taking notes and breaking down all the numbers, looking at who voted for whom and where, and trying to figure out what the best path is to victory in 2 years' time. But again, so much can change in 2 years.
Yeah, it really does seem like the race is anything but decided at this point. All right, that was DW correspondent Sumi Somaskanda reporting for us from Washington. Thank you for your analysis.